Listen to me. If you've been told that dropshipping is dead, that it doesn't work anymore, that the market is too saturated, I get why you believe that. Because there are a lot of people who have said that in the past. But I need you to block all of that out for the next 15 minutes. Because in this video, I'm gonna show you real stores. Not stores from me or from my friends, because we have years of experience in the game, but stores that regular, everyday people are running and consistently making a 10K per month profit with. And I'm gonna break down exactly how they're doing it in a way that actually makes sense, that is also replicable for you. By the end of this, I think you're gonna realize that dropshipping working or not working has nothing to do with the time of year, the market saturation, or any other external factors, but it has everything to do with whether you understand the model or not. So if you're someone who's heard of dropshipping but are not really understanding how people are actually making money with it, this video is for you. And if you've tried it before and it didn't work, this is also your video. Because what I'm about to show you is going to be the moment where dropshipping clicks for you. Let's get into it. The first store that we're going to be covering in this video goes by the name of Gravity Release. Essentially, all this guy is doing is spending 1 to 2 hours per day creating short form content of his dropshipping product. These boots that help you decompress your spine. Now, like I said, this is going to be the video where dropshipping actually clicks for you. And right now, if you're a beginner, you definitely don't understand how these little goofy TikTok videos convert to a monthly income of $10,000 or more. So like I said, we'll get there. For an idea of scale though, we can look at this store's marketing on Facebook and find videos in the millions like these, and we see that their first post with this product came only about 3.5 months ago. In total on Facebook with this product, they've done over 51 million views, and if you count their TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, they've done well over 177 million views without paying a single dollar for exposure. That's because these videos grow organically as people share and interact with them. But what is it about these videos that are so engaging, so powerful, so community driven that they bring in 177 million views within 3.5 months? It comes down to the product. What we look for in a dropshipping product is something that we call a wow factor. Something about your product that's just so undeniable, so unique that people literally scroll onto your video, see your product, and say wow. For Gravity Release, their wow factor has to do with the fact that the product is used hanging upside down in the middle of your bedroom doorway. I mean, that's not something that you see every day at all. It's something unique that legitimately makes people say wow. Even more than just the wow factor, this product and its marketing is naturally controversial. And this is important because with controversy come comments, likes, people rewatching your video saying, wait, did I see that right? All of these things are aspects of your video that the algorithm takes into consideration when it's trying to push your video out to the masses. The first bit of controversy that we see with this product is the back cracking sound that this creator adds in post-production. First time I heard that personally, it really caught me off guard and I had to rewatch the video. And that is something that the algorithm values, average watch time. So that's one source of controversy, and we see that it's working based on comments like these. Next, for the controversy, this creator's using text hooks in his videos like best way to get taller, and it essentially opens up the comments for a debate. And people debate whether this product can actually make you taller or not. This is perfect because you get people to scroll through the comments, increasing the average watch time of your video. People debate on whether this product works or not, which adds more comments, and then more comments come in from that from differentiating point of views. This is the game of organic marketing, and Gravity Release has cracked it. But that's only the first piece of the puzzle, and this next one is very important for you to understand, so take notes. Let's make an example of streamers. These guys are clip farmers to the max. They know how to say the stupidest stuff, do the most entertaining yet idiotic things, and they're just overall so controversial, but that gets views. And for them, views pays the bills. But with dropshipping, we're not trying to go viral just to go viral. We need people to go from our organic marketing and actually be sent to our website where they can buy from us. So this is how Gravity Release converts those millions of views to actual sales. First off, their marketing is extremely targeted. They use hooks like best ways to get taller, best way to decompress, how to grow 5 centimeters in a month. What this does is instantly filter out any person who wouldn't actually end up buying your product anyways, and they get filtered out before watching your video. So for example, if you're 6'5" and you see a hook of best way to get taller, it doesn't apply to you. You're already 6'5", so you're gonna scroll right away. However, if you're a short king at 5'6" and this text hook does apply to you, you've been hooked in and you're gonna watch the rest of the video. Then for the best way to decompress angle, if you're the most agile, fit, flexible guy in the world, you'll scroll right past. However, if you're a male office worker aged 45 and you see the hook, best way to decompress, They're speaking your language. You want to see what gadget this guy's about to pull out. And how Gravity Release really gets its customers after hooking them in is simply their display of the product and the back cracking sound effect that they add in post-production. That back cracking sound instantly sounds like a couple extra inches for the short king. And for the office worker, sounds like their back is going to be relieved after a whole day at the office. So now that the target audience has been hooked in, their dream outcome has been clearly displayed to them, and they're showing their interest by clicking around your page, looking in the comments, that's when you strike. They're hit with a pinned comment like this, leading them directly to Gravity Release's website to buy. And this funnel is something that anyone can build. So I gave you the explanation on how these views lead to 10K plus months. But let's try to estimate the sales that Gravity Release is actually bringing in. So based on conversations that I've had with my friends in the space, I'm estimating that this product converts around $500 per mil, meaning that for every million views Gravity Release brings in, on Shopify, they bring in $500 of revenue. Since they've brought in 177 million views, that would mean that they've done $88,500 in sales. And they started posting 3.5 months ago. This means that their monthly average would be $25,300. Not bad for a guy filming himself hanging upside down in his bedroom. He's also still making content as I record this, which obviously is something he wouldn't be doing if those 177 million views didn't convert to sales. But are you starting to understand how tangible dropshipping success really is? So before we move on to the second store, I have a secret I have to share with you guys. For the past year, me and my business partner Mike and I have been working on one of the biggest things to ever come into the organic dropshipping game. And this is not just going to be some pre-recorded content, but instead the most direct mentorship program that we could not be more excited about. You won't be able to get a more hands-on learning experience with anyone else in the space. And it's designed for Mike and I to just start with 15 students to take them from absolute beginner to 10K plus months. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in and you'd enjoy the opportunity to learn from us one-on-one, I want you to join the Telegram community, which is going to be the first link in the description. It's completely free, and it's where we're going to be giving early access to 15 people in there when it comes time to launch this program. We'll also be dropping advice, strategies we use, and personally answering your guys' questions in there as well. So join up from the first link in the description, and again, it's completely free. Here's store number 2. And I want you to remember the 177 million views that Gravity Release did, because this next store has done 823 million views. 823 million. All for a baby backpack. So let's talk about why. And the guy behind this is just like you. He just started sooner. What Wonder Baby is selling is a head protection backpack for toddlers. Basically, it's a little backpack that sits on your baby's back, and the backpack is shaped like an animal. But the back panel is padded and extends upwards to the back of your baby's head. So when your toddler inevitably falls backwards while learning how to walk, their head is cushioned by the backpack instead of hitting the floor. Now, here's what makes this product so powerful from a dropshipping standpoint. And this goes back to something really important about how you pick your products. The best products, most of the time, apply to a huge audience. For example, something like a custom-made golf glove for a hockey fan of the team Ottawa Senators isn't going to have as big of an audience as something for babies. The golf glove speaks to maybe a few thousand people, but any baby product, hundreds of millions. It actually speaks to every single parent of a toddler on this planet. And not just parents, grandparents, uncles, aunts, they've all been around watching a baby learn how to walk. Again, that's hundreds of millions of people. And every single one of them has felt that panic when the toddler's learning how to walk and inevitably falls backwards. This product speaks directly to that fear. And fear is one of the most powerful emotions in all of marketing. So to backtrack and remind you of the actual point I'm getting at here, anyone can do this. This person, for example, initially started by scraping TikToks that were already posted to the platform. Then he started putting them together and sending traffic to his website. Nowadays, I'm sure he has emails going out to his customers requesting video footage of their toddler walking around with the product on. But at the start, he didn't have any head start or any handouts. But back to Wonder Baby. The wow factor here is a little bit different from Gravity Release. It's not, whoa, what is this crazy thing? It's, why doesn't every baby have that? The moment a parent sees a toddler walking with this backpack and falls backwards completely safely, they feel that instant relief and then instant desire, because they know exactly what it's like to hold their breath every time their toddler takes a wobbly step. And this product is the solution to that fear that these parents feel daily. And that's a different kind of wow factor, It's not visual shock, but instead emotional relief. Both work, but emotional relief, that converts at an insane rate because people buy the product as a preventative measure, not because it's some cool gag. They actually need the product. And the content strategy here is beautifully simple. They literally just make edits of toddlers either standing or sitting down, flopping onto their back, and then syncing it up with the music. And then they show that the toddler's perfectly fine. And that's how you know this product is such a winner. There's no fancy editing, there's no crazy cuts. They're literally just showing the product in use. But there's one more genius part of their marketing. The video does something to you emotionally before you realize that you're even watching a product video. You see a baby fall and your stomach drops for a split second. And then you see the backpack absorb the baby and the baby bounce up like nothing happened. That's an emotional whiplash. It's fear followed by instant relief. And that's exactly what gets people to stop scrolling, rewatch the video, comment, send it to their friends. And when people send it to their friends or other parents, it's free distribution to people who would buy your product. Every tag or send is basically someone else doing the marketing for you. And this is the other thing that I want to point out about this store specifically, and it's a lesson about how to think about products. When you're choosing what to sell, you don't only want to look at the size of the audience, but also the passion of them as well. A product for gym people can be very, very solid. I mean, exercise is one of the most important things in life, but a product for young parents of a newborn baby or toddler, you're talking about one of the largest and most emotionally engaged audiences in the world. Parents will spend money without hesitation if there's even a chance that it helps their kids stay safe, stay healthy, or have a good life. And there's no convincing needed. Their love of their child is strong enough. If this product can help in any way, boom, I'll buy it for $20. Impulse buy. And that's why 823 million views is possible with a baby backpack. The audience is essentially limitless and extremely passionate. 823 million views. Using the same 500 per million estimate we use for Gravity release, that's roughly $411,500 in sales, generated from free organic content. And remember, this is all from a baby backpack. Most clips weren't filmed from this guy. They're just posted onto social media for free. Now look, Gravity Release and Wonder Baby are two entirely different products in completely different niches with completely different audiences. One is for people with back pain or people who want to be taller. The other one is for overly stressed out new parents. But notice what's exactly the same. Both products trigger a real emotion when you see them. Both of them found one simple angle and continued repeating it because it works. And both are going stupid viral right now without having to spend any money on ads. That's the pattern. We've only looked at 2 stores, so let's look at one more. Now, I'm picking this last store because that $411,000 in revenue for a beginner certainly seems very far-fetched. It's a real number, and that dude's going crazy, but when you're sitting at 0, hearing that big of a number sounds like a different universe. So I want to show you something a little bit more grounded. This is Therma Hug. Therma Hug is literally just a wearable heated blanket. The kind of thing where the second you see somebody using it, your body almost has a physical reaction because everyone knows what it feels like to be cold and then jump into that heated warm blanket. That's one of the most universal human experiences there is. And that's the first thing I want you to notice about this product. We talked about how Wonder Baby applied to every parent of toddlers on this planet, but Therma Hug applies to literally anyone who gets cold and wants to be warm or cozy. There is a trade-off though, because obviously the toddler parents are going to be a much more passionate audience than people who just want to get cozy. But then again, who doesn't want to get cozy? Men, women, teenagers, grandparents, everyone wants to sit at home on the couch with their favorite show on, some Sunday night NFL. So the wow factor here is pure desire. It's not shock, it's not fear, it's just immediate want. The second you see somebody wrapped in this looking like a warm burrito when everything else around them is cold, your brain simply screams, I want that. There's not really any complicated explanation needed. There's no controversy that you have to mind. You just have to show someone genuinely getting comfortable in this blanket, and the emotion on their face does the work, because that feeling of warmth and comfort is something that people can project themselves into right away. So this is something very unique about Therma Hug that I wanted to show you, and part of the reason why I picked them as the third example. Their TikTok hasn't really taken off yet. Their YouTube's quiet. Their Facebook is also kind of dead. So right now they're kind of an Instagram only store, and even with just one platform out of the potential for 230 million views. And I like this as a much more realistic example, even though 230 million views is insane insane. Not everyone pops on every platform right away. Not every platform brings in the same amount of views to your store. Lots of dropshippers can have a huge Instagram, and then maybe the other three are a little bit smaller. That's a very normal thing to have in e-com. So these guys started posting on December 4th. That's 4 months ago as I'm recording this. In those 4 months, they've done 230 million views, almost entirely with Instagram. Now, using that same $500 per mil estimate, that's $115,000 in total sales over the period of 4 months. And that works out to roughly $28,750 a month. And remember, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook are all in their early stages. This has all been with one platform. So think about what happens when those platforms start to pop too. So, Gravity Release, Wonder Baby, Therma Hug, 3 different products ran by 3 different people in 3 different niches. One of them found a product that makes people crack their backs in a door frame. The other one is a backpack that helps babies from falling on their back. One found a blanket that makes people feel warm just by looking at it. And across all of them, you saw the same thing happen every single time. They found a product that made people feel something right when they saw it. And they figured out that one angle that makes it impossible to scroll past, and they continued printing with it. That is the current organic dropshipping model and how people are really making money with dropshipping in 2026. I told you, it's simple. You can do this as well. It takes work, no doubt, but I'm telling you, you can do this too. No warehouse, no employees, no ad spend, no experience required either. And here's the thing that I really want you to hear before you click off, because this is the part that most people miss. The only difference between the people running these stores and you watching this video on the other side of the screen right now is that those people actually went out and did it. That's genuinely the only difference. It's not talent, it's not luck, it's not some unfair advantage that they had. They just went and got the information and then they actually used it. And that's what I want you to do next. Mike and I built an entire 8-hour free dropshipping course that covers everything that you just watched me break down and everything after it. How to find a product like the ones I just showed you, how to build the store, how to make the content, how to find your angle, how to go from 0 views to your first sale. All of it for 8 hours with no credit card needed and no catch. And we make money from our stores. We would rather have 8 hours of free content out there that anyone can learn from for free. Just go to studydropshipping.com, join for free, and the world is yours. 250,000 students have gone through it already, and some of them are doing numbers like the stores that I just showed you. The only difference is that they started. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching, and it's 3:14 in the morning, so I'm going to bed.